Hello everyone, this is Coding with Ojas. Today we are going to be making a shooter game using pygame in Python. Pygame is a module which helps us in making games using Python. So without wasting any time, let's start making our video. So before we start, I just want you to open the terminal, which is oh wait. Yes, I want you to open your terminal in your code editor. I'm using Python this time, and don't ask me why am I having macOS. And type here pip install pygame. Now I have wrote pip 3, but if you're in Windows you must write pip install pygame. If you're in macOS you can write pip 3 because in macOS there is another installed version of Python which is pip which is actually Python 2, but we are working with the latest version of pygame. We want to work with the latest version of Python, so we are going to use the third version of Python. So that's why we have to write pip 3 in macOS. But in Windows, you would have installed Python 3.12.3, and it's not needed for you to write pip 3. It is allowed to write pip 3 in Windows, but if you want you could write pip 3 pip anything in Windows, but in macOS please write pip 3 pip 3. Okay, so after this we have to make an Python project shooter game. Okay, one two shooter. Okay, finally. Okay, Python file. We are going to name this as a shooter game. Okay, it takes a little time to create the file. Okay, here we will import our pygame module. Now there are some additional imports we must do, such as import sys. So this means sys. We are going to use this sys to actually exit our program when in need. So, and we must also import like this from pygame pygame dot locals import everything. Now why are we writing like this? The pygame.locals is actually a module in pygame which actually allows us to access all the variables available in it, such as the quit and everything. Okay, so that's why we have to import that. So now we are going to type the width and height of our game, which we are going to make a constant. DTH. Common naming convention for constants are they all are uppercase. Width height is equal to, now if what you want the width to be, I'll say something like 600. That feels not good. And the height will be how about 7? No, 600. No, actually 500 would be good for our this shooter game. So how we will make the shooter game is that this will have we will be using our right and left arrow keys. So it would be kind of like a space shooter game where we would have to protect among the asteroids. So there would be asteroids falling from the sky, and our player we will press the space button to shoot at those asteroids, and if we protect our earth successfully, then we would be able to win. But if the asteroids come at the x value of the or hit earth, that's what I'm going to tell. If the asteroids hit earth, then you lose. So now I'm going to maximize this. Our width and height we have written. Now we will make our surface, meaning our window face. is equal to, I'm going to write this as capital S because I just like to write it as capital S. Now surface is equal to pygame dot display dot set mode. Now we will write our width and height. So the width and height. Height. Is there a problem here? Oh, I guess maybe it is because that these must be tuples. So the width and height must be in a tuple. I width and h height. So now this is our tuple. And if you think that it is not a tuple, you can actually check this. So what you do is dot set mode, and here it will show all the parameters. It should mode. Okay, I think PyCharm doesn't want to show the parameters. It's okay, but just trust me. It is width and EI height. These must be a tuple, and just trust me. It was showing. I'm sure it is. Command B here. So the size must be a tuple. Look, I was telling you the size must be a tuple. Width and height. So okay, we have made our display, but if we run our game right now, we will face a problem that the game will just start in a millisecond and then it will just end instantly because there's nothing to do in this. So we must make our main loop, which is while true, while true, meaning like this will be our main loop. So for event in pygame dot event dot get, so this will give all the events which are possible if which happened in our program, which will happen in our program, such as the quit. If we click this button in our program, that means the event is equal to quit. So we must make our programs quit. So that's what if if event dot typ type is equal to quit. Now this is a keyword from the pygame.locals, where so you can see that because this is the first keyword which we have used from our pygame.locals, so that's why it is now highlighted. It is now bright. This sys wasn't used. We are going to use this right now. Okay, so what we will do is pygame.quit and sys dot exit. Now please don't write sys.exit before pygame.quit because then then there would be some problem, like maybe like the program won't work, it won't quit. So I heard this problem, I just don't remember right now. Okay, so we have made our main loop. Now let's test if it works. Here's Python. Okay, we have made a game, we have made a window, but it's just nothing. This game is not fun. So to fix that, we are going to start making all the classes and the player and everything. So and for one more thing, we must always update our program. So the display dot update. So well, yeah, you must also write this because if you don't, then the display won't update and it will be just stuck in one frame. So that's why. And this must be done in a main loop. Okay, so now we are going to make our classes. Now for the classes, we are going to make a class player, player. Make the P capital, P player, and we are going to define init init. Mean this is our variable. This is our constructor of this class. So in this we are going to get the x of the player and the y. Now if you are thinking that the player will be moving in the x direction, why are we adding y? It is because the player must also come in the y direction too. The player must be the player. We must specify the y direction. In the y value. Maybe if we don't specify the y, where would it be? Will it be up here, and it could be able to hit the asteroid just as they come? No, we must also specify the y value. So that's why I'm specifying y. But in this class, this is only the time we are using y. Then we are not going to use y. We are just going to tell where to draw the player instead of just drawing it anywhere on the screen. So we will get the x and y. We are going to add more parameters after, just as I remember more of them. So x and y. So we are going to do SESL dot x is equal to x and SESL dot y is equal to y. Now don't ask me why am I making this. Okay, this is just the last time we are just going to say y, and it would be used in our draw function which we are going to make. Then yeah, okay. And we will make a self dot VLX velocity x which is equal to 0. And if you see these squiggly lines, don't care about it. Oh, and one more thing, you must add 2 spaces before and after a class. I don't know why Python made it like that. So we will only need the velocity x because we are just going to move it at the sides only. So we need velocity x and self dot speed. Self dot speed is equal to 5. I'm going to say 5 pixels per frame. Now we must make our rect for this, meaning the rectangle which will be our player. If you want to import some image, I cannot help you. I'm just going to make a simple program, a simple game. Okay, if you want to add more advanced things into it, you can watch some another video. I actually don't really know much of pygame. I know this much, that about this. I will just stop talking. self dot we are going to say the I know this technique for smooth movement. We are going to use this left pressed is equal to FAL false, and SESL dot right PD press. If you want to import images, maybe in the last videos, in the last part I will show how to import images. I know it, I was just kidding. Okay, don't take it seriously. FALSE false. In the end of the video I will show how you can import images. Okay, so I think these are all the variables we will need. We also need our pygame.rect, pygame, our self dot rect is equal to pygame. This will be our player, so that's why ECT rect. So we will need our x and y. So this will be the left top, meaning our x, SESL dot x, SESL dot y, and our width and height. We will do. So for the width, I'm just going to write 26 and 26. If you want that the user could also provide the width and height, you can just put it here and use the width and height here. Okay. This is our rect, meaning our rectangle by pygame. So now this is our initialization or the constructor, whatever you want to say. Now we are going to define a draw function, draw, and we are going to need surface surface. This will be our variable that will provide us the this will be our parameter that will provide us this. So when we call this, we would have to provide our surface, mean our display window variable. Okay, and here we will call pygame dot okay, pygame dot draw rect. Now we will draw the rectangle. First we will need to provide the surface, which is our parameter over here. Then our color. So the color, you can say anything. Okay, what you can do is go to your browser. Don't care about this all junk. Don't care about this all junk. Okay, please. And search here a color picker. COLOR PICKER picker. Just a minute. So yeah, search color picker in your browser and just a minute. Oh no. Okay, and you will get this. Here you can choose any color for your player. I would like some green shade, like some green shade, something like, I guess this is nice. I like this. So then what you can do is copy these RGB values. Command C. In Windows it's Control C if you want to copy. And you must make a brackets here. These will be tuples, and Command V. These are these green. This is the green RGB value which I liked. Then we must provide our rect value. We are going to provide our rect value. Provide your rect here, which is self.rect, self.rect, and here and this is just our draw function. We are just going to put here pygame dot display dot flip. Now what this will do, it looks like it will flip the display and make everything upside down, but actually that is not what it does. What it does is actually just makes it just updates your window so that it could like update, and it is just similar to this only, but it will just update all the characters. No, sorry, not the characters, the bullets and everything. It will update the position. If we didn't have this, what will happen? It would just if we shoot a bullet from our character, it will go straight and draw a line instead of just going straight and not drawing a line. It will go draw a line. So to fix that only. Now we are going to define our update function. Update. This will only have this self. It doesn't require any parameters. So here what this update function will do is actually check if the self.write pressed variables are true or false, like those things. So we are going to write if self dot left pressed is equal to t true. So if the self dot left pressed is equal to true, there's a problem here. Oh yes, we don't need to write self dot left pressed is equal to true, because Python just already understands that you are just checking if this variable is it knows that this is a boolean value, so it already knows that we are just trying to check if this is true. So if we want to check if it's false, we would have just the exclamation mark, but we don't want that. and, and not and not self dot pressed. Now we are doing this not keyword to actually making Python think that this should be false. If this is true and this is not true, then we will do this. We will change the self dot velocity x, it will minus equal to minus equal means that the velocity x something happened with my okay. Velocity x means the if we minus the velocity x, that means he will go on the left, right? So common math. And SEL self dot speed. So then if else if okay, if this condition is not true, that means that the opposite we must do this self dot right pressed and not self dot left pressed. So now this will check if the right button is pressed. We are going to make these we are going to work with these variables just after in this our while loop. But now we are just making our update function and our class. So if this okay, so if this statement is true, what should happen is, if this expression is true, then self dot vel x l plus equal, meaning that it will go on the right, self dot speed speed. And in the end of this statement, we must also like put here self dot x is plus equal to self dot velocity x. And we should also upgrade our rectangle, the player rect, to these updated x and y. So pygame dot okay, so now as self dot rect is equal to pygame dot rect, and we are going to make now here this is, we can make some tuples. We are going to make a tuple l s self dot, we will make our self dot x and self dot y. These are the x and variables we just updated. Then our width and height, so we are just going to put 26, put this in a tuple by 26. So now we can say that this function is done. So now we have made our player class. Now we are going to use this in our while loop, main loop. So first we are going to define our player. Player is equal to player. So what should the x be? The x value. We are going to say the x value as let's say the x will be like in the middle of the screen. So meaning width divided by 2. Now why am I doing width divided by 2 and not 300 is because, like, let's say maybe in the future I'm change this 600 to 800. So then I would have to update this again to 400, from 300 to 400. So instead of doing that, we are Python will automatically update this because it's width divided by 2. This will be in the center. The player will start at the center And the y. What should the y value be? I think it should be the height minus something like maybe 30 pixels. No, 25. Okay, that looks good. So now in our while loop, we should do this. Okay, just follow whatever I write. If elif event dot type is equal to, now I'm not sure if this will work, and if this doesn't work, I have another plan on how I can make this work. So I'm not really sure if this will work, because actually when I tested this before the scenes and I saw it wasn't working. But I think it will work this time. I did something wrong in that time. So let's just test it. If event dot type, if this doesn't work, I have another technique or backup plan for this only. I'm just going to stop talking. Key down. Elif event dot type is equal to key down. So then we have to check if event dot key. Now this event dot key, you might be thinking that it's not like, if we write key, it's not appearing in our suggestions. But don't worry, I'm sure it should. It just that PyCharm might be glitched or something, or it doesn't know about this pygame event dot key. If event dot key is equal to something like, here I have imported the pygame.locals module, so I don't really need to like write k. I don't really need to write pygame and dot k underscore 0 or 1, anything like that. I just have to write. Now I like to use the A and D keys because those are some gaming keys which I know. So if event dot key is equal to A, so what should happen? Player dot left left pressed is going to equal to true. That means that this will work. If we use the update function, this if statement, player dot left pressed is equal to true, and if event dot k is equal to k slash k maybe k and d. I'm kind of pausing here because I'm actually thinking of something else, but now I'm going to concentrate. Okay, if event dot k is equal to kd, meaning key d, so then it means that we want to move at the right. So player dot right pressed is equal to true. But if we just do this only, then how would we set? Let's say maybe like we turn this to true, but what will set it to false? So then these both of these statements will be being true, so it won't run any. It would run this one and don't move at all. It will just continuously move. To fix that also, we have elif event dot time. I'm just going to copy this. I'm lazy. Event dot type is equal to key up. Now you must also write this. Then here I'm just now what you can do is just copy this and paste it over here, but change this true to false. FALS false. Now after this for loop, we must also do player dot update, player dot update, and player dot draw, and I will provide the surface variable here as surface. Now if I guess this should work, It should work if I guess. One more thing, I'd say this 25 is too much. This 25 is kind of less. I wonder why. And also, I am trying to click the arrow keys. They are not working. Oops. Okay, the program is too much fast. I get that. It just went zooming. Okay, so to fix that also, we will also need to make a clock. We are going to make it over here. CLOCK is equal to pygame dot time dot clock, right? cl what is this? Okay. Yeah, we can. So what we could do is just slow this down by writing here pygame pygame dot time dot delay by something like 5 milliseconds. No, that's too much. 50 looks good. So now, okay, so I think there's a problem with this key up and key down. So if I show you, if I increase this to like 2000. Okay, and if I do this, 2000 is too much. 2000 is too much. Let's do something like 200. If I show you, so okay, I understand this. So the problem is that we are using elif. Please don't use elif, just use if. Okay, because if means that this will also run, and this will also run, and this will also run. If these all statements are true, these all will run. That is the meaning of that. So now this should work. Oops. So now we are facing the problem. If we do something like pygame dot display dot flip, and I think now it should work. Nope, it's still drawing some lines. Oh my gosh. Please change this also to if. I forgot this. Change this to if, so these both can run. So like, I think this should work. Okay. So I think our y value is not working. Let's do it to, so this height is not working, so this is going to be, so instead I'm just going to use normal values. We are not changing the y anyway. So 500, then what is 500 minus 25? It is 475. 475. It should work now. No, it's not changing. It's the y anymore. 400. Okay, that's too much. So 450, I think does the work. Okay, that's good. But still we must fix our problem that this is not working. I think this is because of our update function. Maybe like it is we are using the update function. Wait, what if I just remove this? And also I think we must provide the clock. CK clock. Okay, here is our clock. So now we will just do what we will do here is set in the start of the program clo clock dot tick. So we are going to provide the frame rate. I'm just going to write the frame rate over here. FRAME frame 80 rate is equal to, so I would like the frame rate to be 60. 60 is a good frame rate. So I think you might be thinking that if you have played games before, frame rate means that the game will run more smoother. But actually in Pygame that's not the case. Frame rate means the frame rate will mean that the in Pygame frame rate means that some, how will I explain this here? Okay. In Pygame, frame rate means if the more the frame rate, the game will go much more faster. So to just fix that, only we are must do this. Oops. So I have come to the conclusion that the our update function is not seeming to work. Okay. So we are just not set in the update function. We are not setting self valx to back to 0. Self valx is equal to 0. So if we don't set this to 0, then the self.valx won't only change only. So the speed will just continuously go. We don't want that in our game. So now, look, it seems to work. But we still didn't solve the fact that these lines. So what I think is this display.flip is not worth it. What you can do is instead, first of all, in the draw function, you can remove this pygame.display.flip. It's not worth it. And you can write here pygame dot no right here as surface dot fill. So now the surface now we will change this to black. Now black is actually a string value which is accepted by pygame in the latest version, but still I'm going to provide the RGB value which is 0 0 0. So now this is of the black RGB value. So now if we test our game, oops, okay, you must move this top at the top here. It seems to work. Look, now we are having a very smooth movement. We are not able to move at the y-axis, but because we are just going to shoot using the spacebar, and I still think this is a bit too much fast, don't you think? So to fix that also, I think we can change the frame rate to something like 50. That seems nice. That seems nice. And you might be seeing this flickering glitch where these rect is actually splitting apart into two pieces. Well, don't mind it, okay? Pygame can be sometimes glitchy, okay? It still needs some more updates before it can be finalized. I mean, it is finalized, but yeah, sometimes in coding, there's sometimes people can do a bit of mistakes. So don't care about that, okay? It's not a big deal. Okay, so now we are going to start making our bullets. So to make the bullets, I have an idea for making the bullets. So for the bullets, we are going to make a class bullet bullet. So this will be having sorry about providing the brackets, it's not needed. Let's scroll down. I'm going to close this here. Okay, so this class bullet, we will initialize this init init. Okay, just a minute. Oh yes, make this word come? Okay, don't care about that. So we will need the X of the bullet, and I guess that's it. The Y will just update with the player. But if you still want, I'm just going to provide the Y value too, just in case. So here we will do self dot x is equal to x, self dot y is equal to y. Right now it's simple. And what else? We will need a self dot well y, because this bullet will be changing its because why am I telling it self dot well y? It is so that because the velocity y means, okay, what am I talking about? Okay. Look, so this, why am I doing well y is because the bullet will be going upwards, not going in the sideways. Like it won't be like a ping pong ball which will go sideways. So that's why. And for the bullets, I'm going to make a circle instead of a rectangle, because bullets are not rectangular, they are circular, I'm sure. And okay, I'm going to make an pygame dot. I don't think there's a function for circles. Self dot. Wait, let me check that. Pygame dot c I. Yeah, I knew it. There's nothing called a circle in pygame. So we don't need to specify self dot circle is equal to pygame dot circle. We don't need to do that. We are just going to draw a circle in our draw function. And we are going to make our target y. We are going to do self dot target y, meaning targets the target x, which is will be something like target y, meaning like it will go to the y where it should be. I don't think there should be a target y. Let's say if the player just shoots beyond the target, if the player like shoots above the screen, above the window, then the bullet will delay. That's what. So I think these are the variables we would need. We are going to update these if we need to. Define. Now we are going to define another. Okay. Define draw. Draw. D-R-A-W. Draw. So draw will only have one parameter, SURFACE surface. Just a minute, okay, just a minute. So here we will draw our circle. Pygame dot draw dot circle. So for this circle, what do we need to provide? Okay, what just happened? Everything went wrong. Pygame dot draw dot circle. You can check the parameters by clicking Command S. I think Command S. That just saves the file, I'm sure. So if you want to check the parameter info, you can just, oh, it's Command P. So here you can see, first we need to provide the surface. Could have guessed that. Why did I say the parameter info? Then the color. Say hello our color. So for the color, let's go to this color picker back. So I think a color like something like, how about some bluish color? Maybe bluish color would be good. I kind of like this. No, I think yellow color would be better. Some like golden color. So because I'm sure I saw some bullets which look like some golden or something like that. Cooperation, all of those. So that's why I'm just going to choose this color. Okay, this color looks good. So this RGB values, Command C, and in a tuple, Command V. This is our color. Then what we need is the center of this circle. So the center, meaning it will be the x and y. That's what. So that would be dot. This will be a float. So yes, as self dot x and as self dot y. Now it seems to. Then we need our radius, which will be a float value. So radius. So if you know, the radius could be something like, let's do 2. 2 looks nice and good. With it, I mean, what? Wait, why do we even need with it? Yeah, I think that's enough. We don't need anything else. So this will draw the circles in our self.x and self.y. I don't even know why do we even need the x and y values. I'm actually kind of stumped by that. Why do we even need the self.x and self.y value? Okay, you know what? Just a minute. So just thought about it. We also need a self.speed, which will be what is a good speed? I think 5 would be good for a bullet. I mean, bullets are fast, so they should be 5 on something, because 5 was actually kind of fast. Not gonna lie. The radius must be something 6. So actually, I'm having a second monitor and looking at the pygame documentation. Um, because I was kind of stumped about this 6 radius, this 2 radius, because I like actually in secret I run this program. I paused the video footage and run this program, and it was seeming very small, very small. So I saw the documentation, and it was telling that it was I think, yeah, it was saying something. Yeah, it was saying that the diameter, the radius is actually the diameter of the circle. Oh well. So then you can just set it to 6. So this will be our draw function. We have our self.speed and self.well. Now we are going to make our update function. Define pdat update. By the way, my monitor is a laptop. Please don't question it. I just like to speak the truth. So this update function, this will update the position of a ball. So what will happen is we don't even need the velocity y, right? We are just going to like do self.y plus self.speed only in this update function. I'm sure that that's right. Am I right? Yeah, I guess we don't need any velocity y. You can delete that. So we are going to do as self dot y will plus equal to sel12 dot speed. So so this will update our bullet which we draw. So, and one more thing, we are going to put this in a if statement. If sel dot y is actually like more than if it is not more than, how can I tell this? Okay, not would be a good, not self, if not self dot y is is what do we do? Yes, lower than self dot this width, our width of the screen. Instead of providing this as a parameter, I'm just going to write 600. Sorry, 500. If it is, if the set.y, okay, it is 0. If this is a decimal value or something, so if the set.y is less than 0, meaning that it is off the screen, it is off the window. Yeah, but if it's not, that means that it is under the window. It's not going down, it is not going up outside of the window. So well, it then we can do this. Yeah, and the hmm and if it goes out, like maybe I just got an idea. I just remembered. Just I'm not going to talk anymore. Okay, this is what we need to do. This is just enough. So I think this is what our bullet is. This much small class. It's only like 10 lines. Huh. Okay. So now we are. So I had an idea on how we can make this. So we are going to make a list. Bullets is equal to a list. This is an empty list, but we are going to append whenever some key is clicked. So in the key down section, right? If event dot key is equal to k space, so then that means that the player wants to shoot a bullet. So what we are going to do is it's bullets dot append. What this append method does is just appends whatever you say. So bullets dot append bu bullet, and this bullet will append at the x, which will be our player x, play player dot x. So and player dot y. So this, the player dot x and the player dot y, it will append over there if we click the k space. Now what we want to do is we would write here for bullet bullet in bullets bullets. For bullet in bullets, what we will want to do is bullet bullet dot d bullet dot update and bu bullet dot draw, and this will be at the surface. So now I think this is what we need to do. Let's test this. So it seems that it doesn't work, seems to work. Let's check why. I'm clicking the space bar. It doesn't seem to work. So let's see why this doesn't seem to work. So we are doing if it's key down. So I had this idea that what if we just put it not actually in some. Okay, something happened. Okay, now I really want to test this now. I don't know why did I even do this. No, wait. So guys, I just thought about this in our update function. In our bullet class update function, why are we adding it? We must subtract it. Wait, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. So actually, the x value, the x and y always start from over here. This is the 0. This is if we want to know the y, this is if we go above this line over here, that means this is like -1, -2, -3 pixel. But this line is the 0, and this x is actually the 0x. This is the 0y and 0x. So if we are and when, just a minute, and whenever we add the y, if let's say we are adding y with the speed, we are actually making it go downwards. So what I'm thinking is that maybe because we are making it go downwards, that why it wasn't working. So let's fix that fastly. I'm clearly pressing the space button. I wish I could throw, but I cannot. Okay. So, guys, so I was actually just analyzing it off camera, meaning like I was just I paused the video and was analyzing it, and I found out that this surface dot film was actually the problem. It was only making our bullets disappear. So, please, I'm going to show you how you can move this up and down and everything. Right now, how am I doing? Right, like this only. You can also make this bullet this for loop up and down every time. This is just easy. You just have to use command shift and s, command shift and s, and no, command shift only. Sorry about that. You can use command shift and click the down arrow key or the up arrow key if you want to move up or down, and then you can use this hotkey which I told you to move this for loop to down to here under the surface dot fill, because that is what is making the what is doing the problem. So now if I run this, look, it's shooting the bullets, but now there's a problem. We are the it is shooting from the corner over here. Just a minute, sorry, there was a phone call. Yeah, so now if you see the bullets are popping up from the corner. I don't want that to happen. Let's make sure, so make look, and so to fix that, we what we can do is just make a player dot center x, which is just the center of the player. So what we could do is player dot rect dot center x, and rect dot center center y. So now I think this should pop up at the right place. Now it is popping up right from the player's mouth. Just kidding. It's just popping from the player only, in the middle of the player. So now what we can do is add the enemies. meaning the asteroids which will be falling from the sky. So, but before that, I don't like this background which we have. This background, it's not good. So we can change that. So go to Google and search some backgrounds. And let's do SPS space BACK back GROUND ground for games space background for games. Mm, I like this one. This one. So what I'm going to do is save this image. Now it is downloading. Okay, well, everything started to lag just as it downloads. So now, oh, why am I showing this? So if you go to your downloads folder, if we go to the open in finder, yes, we have to do this save, and now it's downloaded complete. Now we have our .png. Now you must move this over here in your Python project file. What you can do is click this and command C, meaning in Windows it is control C, and close this. Oh wait, okay, well, refactor. Okay, now we have our PNG. Don't care about the name. Let's open this and check how does it look like. Nice. Now we can import this to our game. So how you can do that is by, you can type here, I'm going to call this bg image. This will equal to image dot load. You must add pygame, pygame, pygame dot image dot load. Two spaces after a class, and it's in this image dot load. You can type your command p. The file name must be a path or a string or something. So what I'm going to do is just going to maybe rename and just command C this name and put it over here. Okay, this is our .png loaded in as bg image. Now, yeah, so now what we are going to do is, so now what you must do is actually, what we can do is just right here su surface dot blit. Now now this requires only a surface. So what we can do is make a surface surface bg surface surface. This will be a pygame dot surface. Just a minute. Yes, so you must create a pygame dot surface object, and we must make our size. I think I'm going to put the size to be something as we are going to put it to 500. This must be a tuple, and 500 to 600, which is wait 600 to 500. So, and the size is done. Now what else? Flags, we only needed a size. So now what we can do is bg image bg surface dot blit. So this will do is just if we write here bg image destination. So here what this will do is just blit our image into this bg surface. Then we are going to blit this bg surface into the well, you know. where in, we are going to blend this BG surface into our surface. Easy. So we have to provide the destination 0 0, not that, like that, 0 0. So this will just do it at the corner of it. It looks like it would do the put the center of the image into the corner, but no, it will just put the corner of the left top of corner of the image is also 0 0, and the so it won't use this center. It would just use the 0 0. So like it would be at the center of the image only. That's what's going to happen. Destination is done. Now what we are going to do is surface dot blit bg surface. Okay, wait. We will put our surface here, bg surface. Our destination, I'm going to put this 0 0. And then we don't need to provide the area. This is optional. So okay, now we have made our this. Now if we run our program, we should see no. So it seems that this must be blitted every time. So what we can do is you use this command, use so what you can use is use Control Alt and move this. Oh, no, not that, not that. No, obviously not that. That was wrong. Use command. Okay, there's always something wrong. You know what you just do? Okay, if you are having problems like me, just Control Command X this and Command V this. Boom, done. Okay, yes. Now we should run this, and we still don't see the beautiful background. Nice. Also, I don't like this the player is able to just move out of the boundaries like something like that. I don't like that, so we are going to fix that. So where is our player? Here. If then what we are going to do is we are going to write another if statement. If our yes, so if the sel self dot x is, so this is our left press, meaning if it's is more than 0, then only do this, or else it won't do this. It won't happen. Okay, so and else what will happen is if self dot x is greater is less than, if self dot x is less than the width of the screen, which is 500, right? Yes, it's 600, huh? Okay, so it's 600. If it's more than, it is less than, then you can do this. So now if we run our program, it's not able to go all the inside it. But oh, what is this? What is this? Nope, we don't allow that, huh? So what you can do is check if it's more than this plus the size of the player 26. So now if we do this, no, wait, we must go back here. It's not 20, it's not 26, it's minus 26. Look, it's work. Now it's the player is not able to just go away from the screen only. But still, we didn't solve the problem that the bullet will just go up and continuously go up until the infinity. So to fix that, we are going to go out to our bullet for loop, and then what we are going to do is write an if loop. If bullet dot x, if bullet dot y is less than 0, that means it is gone through the screen. So to fix that, what we are going to write is continue. What this continue will do is actually just skip this iteration, and we should also write b bullets dot pop b bullet. So this doesn't work like that. Bullet dot pop, and bullet, we are just going to do what we are going to do is delete bullet. So now I think it should, just as it reaches up, it should delete now. So then means it should delete. Now the problem is that we don't know if it deleted or not. So to fix that, what I'm going to do is, first what we are going to do is minimize this, and now what I'm going to do is see here I will print our the bullets dot length, its length of bullets. So now if I run this, okay, so the delete bullet doesn't work. So what we can do is bu bullets dot pop. So we will type command p here. It will index. So what is the index of the bullet, of this bullet? So just a minute. So what you do is so to find the index of our bullet, this bullet, what we can do is index index. I heard this method somewhere, I don't really know. bullet bullet dot index bullets dot index of this bullet. So now this should provide our bullets index, and it should pop. It should be popped. So now let's see. Okay, it's glowing down. Oh, look. So yes, our work, it is working. So now like let's say the player just spammed a lot of bullets, and so the game won't crash now because of the lots of bullets. So I think this game is going long, so I have an idea. This will be our part 1 of the series. In the part 2, I'm going to make the enemies. Okay, so for now we have made till this much. If you have done it till here, give a pat on your back. You have done a great job. I'm happy. So if you have done till here, well then wait for the part 2 of this series, because the video is long. I can tell you that. Oh my gosh, that's 1 hour. Okay, yeah, yeah. So okay, well, now we can end this. This is how you can make the bullets and the player in my shooter game. And well, have a nice day.